It's funny. We always picture salespeople in these like generic settings,
Yeah,
right? The
totally.
car dealerships, department stores, that kind of thing.
Hmm.
But then you stumble across these fields where it's not just about selling a product, it's about like selling a solution
Hmm.
to a really specific need, a very niche thing.
Hmm.
And that's what's got me so interested in this whole world of audiology equipment specialized sellers. Like
Mm.
on the surface, you might think, okay, they sell hearing aids, right?
Right.
But it's got to be way more than that.
It's so true. You've hit on something that's like really crucial here, and that's the human element. Because when you look at the way RoleCatcher defines this role, they emphasize that it's not about pushing the newest, shiniest gadgets.
Oh, interesting.
It's about genuinely improving people's lives through this really specialized technology.
Okay, so then let's talk about the gadgets for a second, because you sent me this career guide, right? And I have to say, some of the tech they're talking about in there, it's pretty wild.
It's impressive, right?
They mentioned cutting edge diagnostic devices and like assistive listening systems. And I got to be honest, that sounds way more complex than what pops into my head when I hear the words hearing aid.
Oh, absolutely. We're not talking about your grandparents' hearing aids here.
Right.
This is like next level stuff. I mean, some of this technology would have been straight out of science fiction a few decades ago.
No kidding.
Think about it. Hearing aids that use Bluetooth to connect directly to your smartphone so you can stream phone calls or music right to your ears.
Mm-hmm.
Or ones with advanced noise cancellation that can filter out the background noise of a crowded restaurant so you can actually hear the people you're with.
Okay, so we're not just talking about amplifying sound, we're talking about like customizing the entire listening experience.
Exactly. It's incredible.
So I'm starting to see how, yeah, this goes way beyond just knowing which hearing aid is quote unquote best.
Hmm.
You need to have a real grasp of the technology involved to advise someone properly.
You really do.
Which makes me think, where do these sellers even work?
Right.
Because it can't just be your average retail environment, can it?
It's a great question.
So like, paint me a picture. If I walked into a typical workplace for an audiology equipment specialized seller,
Hmm.
what am I seeing? What's the vibe?
Okay, so the RoleCatcher guide, it kind of gives you a few different scenarios.
Okay.
Some of them, it sounds like you're walking into like a really sleek, modern, almost like tech boutique, you know?
I could see that, yeah.
And then others, it's like cozier, maybe a little more like a family-owned kind of shop.
Interesting. Okay.
But one thing that seems to be consistent across the board is it's a pretty fast-paced environment.
Really?
Oh, yeah. You're dealing with a lot of one-on-one interaction with clients.
It makes you wonder what kind of personality thrives in that. Because I'm looking at this list of skills in the guide, and it seems like you need a very particular blend, right?
Yeah, for sure.
You need the technical know-how, obviously,
Mm.
but then also, like, dare I say, emotional intelligence.
Yes. It's interesting, isn't it? Because, yeah, it doesn't say you need a specific degree or anything like that.
Right.
But they highlight things like active listening
Oh, for sure.
and reading comprehension. And it's like, yeah, you're absorbing information about the tech, but also you're really trying to understand the client, what they're going through.
Oh, totally.
And then above all else, they emphasize social perceptiveness.
Interesting.
Like that's key because again, it's not just about making a sale, it's about understanding someone's like very personal challenges and helping them find the solution that really fits their life, their needs.
Yeah, which makes I'm just noticing here, they list potential for high earnings as a pro,
Right.
which obviously it's not all about the money, but it's nice to know those skills are valued.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's not just about the paycheck, but it is nice to be rewarded for that kind of,
For sure.
skill set.
Especially if, like the guide says, you can make a whole career out of this.
Exactly. And they lay out kind of a path, which I found really interesting. So you might start as like a junior sales associate.
Okay.
You're getting your feet wet, learning the products, building relationships. But then you can move into like senior sales roles, maybe branch out into training other salespeople.
Oh, wow.
They even mentioned regional sales manager as a possible trajectory.
Okay, so for anyone listening who's thinking, this actually sounds like something I'd be good at, where did they even begin to explore this? That's where RoleCatcher comes in handy, right?
Yeah.
Honestly, this career path is way more I don't know, nuance than I ever would guess.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
But I feel like that's what RoleCatcher's all about, right?
Um,
Uncovering these hidden gem careers.
totally.
It's like having a secret weapon in the job hunt.
I was going to say it's almost like a superpower, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
What I find fascinating is it's not just about this one specific type of career. It's
Right.
like, it seems like RoleCatcher, it's designed to help you explore any career path that sparks your curiosity.
Okay, I like that.
And it seems to have a whole, like, arsenal of tools to do that.
So, like, give us the rundown. What's in this career hunting toolkit?
Well, first of all, their jobs module, that seems incredibly useful, right? Like, it pulls together job listings from everywhere.
Okay, so it aggregates them.
Exactly. And then they have this browser extension, RoleCatcher Capture, and you can literally grab postings you just find randomly online.
Oh, wow.
But here's the really cool part.
Okay.
They use AI to, like, analyze your resume and compare it to the job descriptions you're looking at.
Oh, interesting.
And it pinpoints those skills gaps, like, hey, you might want to brush up on this.
So it takes out all the guesswork.
Exactly.
You said arsenal. What else they got?
Oh my gosh, their interview prep section.
Okay.
If you're someone who dreads interviews, this is like a lifesaver.
Really?
They have a database of interview questions, and get this, over 120,000 questions.
No way.
Yes.
That's a lot of questions.
It's massive. So you can prep for pretty much anything, but it gets even better.
Okay, lay it on me.
You can record yourself answering these practice questions,
Oh.
and then you get AI-powered feedback on how you did.
So it's like having a coach, but in your computer.
Exactly.
Okay, they didn't stop there, did they?
No, they have this whole networking section, which I think is so smart.
Okay.
You can import your contacts. You can keep track of your interactions so you're organized.
Stay on top of things.
Yes. You can even link specific job applications to your networking so you remember, oh, I talked to so-and-so about this.
Okay, this is seriously impressive.
Okay.
All right, is there a catch? There's got to be a catch.
Okay, so it's not really a deal breaker.
Okay.
They have free and paid tiers.
Oh, okay.
So you can actually, like, test drive the platform before you fully commit.
I like that. Dip your toe in the water.
Exactly.
This whole conversation, it really hits home for me. Like, when I was first starting out, man, I wish I had something like RoleCatcher. Instead, it was just like job boards and vague advice, not super helpful.
It really is amazing how much things have changed, even in just, the past few years. And having the right resources and a clear direction, I mean, that makes all the difference.
Couldn't agree more.
So as we wrap up our deep dive here into the world of audiology equipment specialized sellers, I kind of have a final thought, for everyone listening. We've uncovered this really fascinating career path, but it makes you wonder what other niche careers are out there. Careers that maybe you've never even heard of, but that like perfectly match your interests, your skills. And the exciting thing is, tools like RoleCatcher, they exist to help you find those hidden gems and to navigate your own career journey with a lot more confidence and clarity.
It's all about finding the right fit.
Exactly.